Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the stream of SCS number 323. I am here today joined by Bo. I won't even attempt to butcher his name.
Good evening.
And if you actually want to see,
so difficult. Come on.
and if you want to see how his name is written, you may look at the bottom of the screen. There, it's lovely spelled out lovely. Today we have here on red team SMGS with the pilots Water It's Me and Sunstrom, and on blue team we are joined by Biodiversity with the pilots TSR Fuel and Ranzen. So, and obviously, of course, we are on the lovely map Fight over Fernfeld. Not Field.
Fernfeld. That sounds quite German.
But there is no I. So, how else would you pronounce it?
Yeah, I mean you're right. I just noticed that it's even the way it's spelled in English or like pronounced in English sounds a bit German. Maybe the northern fjords are located in a German-speaking region of Gänsefickers. Who knows?
I would actually I think Fernfeld is in between the Anglian Islands and the continent. Somewhere there? I don't really know. I would need to talk to someone who knows something about lore. So we are getting closer. We're getting closer to the match start. Ship lock happened, but is this discussed? Minute being offered.
Yeah, but it doesn't really look like people need an extra minute. Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Well, I mean that comes from the other team. But yeah, no responses from blue team. So let's get the show on the road.
Mm-hmm.
So we are loading into the lobby. I'm expecting a big skirmish around the cannon and some flanking maneuvers around the side.
We've also seen other things happening, but let's see what it does this time.
Well, ship number 1 is the Protoss tip box. It's Pyramidion piloted by Water It's Me. It's an Artling with a top deck Artemis Gatling, side flak and flare gun. Ship number 2 is the Victor Magnusson, Magnate piloted by Sunstrom. On starboard side he's bringing a Gatling, an Artemis and a Hellhound, and on port side he's bringing a Laser, another Artemis and another Hellhound.
The ship number 3 is piloted by TSR Fuel. It's an Artling with Artemis on the right, Gatling on the left, and on the back he brings a flamethrower and a flak. And ship number 4 is Stormbreaker, piloted by Ranzen. He has a Hellhound Heavy Twin Carronade on the heavy gun slot to the right, plus a Banshee, another Banshee, and a Gatling gun on the light gun slots.
Actually, I'm completely wrong. People are ignoring the cannon and just going for the side. Then don't fly and being engaged by both red ships as the Soringboga is going around the wrong side of the mountain, it seems.
Yep. I guess Dental Fly is agile enough to escape from that situation,
but
they'll need to do something. True. They're quite a small target for those long-range guns.
The fight. They are finally here.
I feel that situation might actually play out in the advantage of blue team.
Okay, that's both. Okay, and Sly shot first. So the Soaring Booker lost its Artemis and its Gatling. Okay.
That's two Pyramidions against each other. That's
Yeah,
then the Fly will have to help its ally here, or they'll get crushed by the power of a Magnate and a Pyramidion. And here they are to help with those Banshees into the ass of Protoss tip box.
But Water just seems to ignore those hits as he keeps the pressure on Soaring Booger. Actually
Yeah,
does.
he has Victor Magnussen who helps him out.
Oh,
with
Protoss Tipbox
occupying
broken. And decides to backwards ram the then down fly, resulting in most of its perma being gone.
I don't think that was a decision, that was more of an accident the way
Yeah,
they played.
probably.
But fact is, they don't have much perma left.
Yeah. Okay, now the then down fly is engaging the Protoss Tipbox, which loses its balloon. Oh, but he brought a parachute.
Well, of course he is, against the Carronade bringing Stormbreaker. He probably expected that encounter here.
Well, I wouldn't have done it, but granted, I'm not a pro player.
Maybe
The
that's
Magnussen is
why.
broken now. And Protoss Tipbox almost.
Soaring
Magnussen
Booger-
losing a bit of perma.
Soaring
Being
Booger was
rammed
not
by the
able
Soaring Booger.
to bring the flags to bear though on that hull break.
Ooh, Protoss Tipbox dies to the fire of the then down fly, and that's the first kill for biodiversity. Or blue. Wigner Magnussen having no guns on that ship. That's some really lethal Artemis shots coming from the Soaring Booger. I think Frostbound is operating that. Yep, it is indeed Frostbound. Those are some really lethal shots coming there.
Soaring Booger is not able to bring its flag to... Oh, here's the flag now. Oh, well, you see, it makes a big difference if you can bring the flag into play too after a hull break. A bit of a issue with timing there before.
Okay, Mega Magnussen finally dead. What I've been noticing recently with the change of the fourth gun on the Pyramidion, so that it's not 90 degrees, it's 75 degrees, people put their flags there because you're only 10 degrees off from forward facing, or 10 to 15. So you have your trifecta point with the flag and the two top guns is way closer to forward facing.
Yep, it's very much easier to achieve actually. And I think that's a good thing.
But on the other side, you have to commit to going there. And I mean, but if you, as you can see with the Soaring Booger, that's a trade-off that's apparently working.
I feel it's a fair trade-off though, because it also limits your ability to fix quite a lot. Because there's this extra stairs that you have to go down that can break repair cycles.
Yeah.
But I mean, we have seen so many Pyramidions in the last SESs, very successful Pyramidions too.
I guess what you need to figure out when you're putting the flag on 4 is when to go there. Because what I've been seeing a lot is that you get the armor breaks are being acquired, but when the flags go out, the armor is already back up again. And with the flag on 3, the way to go there, the commitment is way shorter, way smaller. But once again, you have to steer more to the right to get it in arc. It's actually something we should take a look at.
I mean, yeah, captains do have the option now. I guess that's a good thing. I mean, it's up to them to decide what they prefer, what works best for their crew.
And what the crew is capable of, or what they think their crew is capable of.
I guess it depends a lot on the crew in the end, in this scenario here. So we have blue team, the biodiversity waiting here, behind the cannon fossil. Maybe planning a little ambush for Team Red.
It actually seems like the then down fly is now going around the mountain with Soaring Booger slowly following.
They've got different ideas of what they want to do.
Oh, Soaring Booger spotted. They are now turning for the cannon, it seems. Up there.
I feel like Soaring Booger and then on fly want to get a bit closer to the red team. Especially they want to get close to Victor Magnussen. Because Victor Magnussen is such a dominant thing over long ranges with their laser. Actually,
speaking of that laser, it just went out, presumably across the map it seems. And it definitely isn't good for Blue Scream. Oh god, I'm so fucking sometimes. Team, obviously. That Red Team is just sticking together and trying to overpower, or just stick together and get more firepower concentrated on one target. And if the then down fly is too slow, that might just happen here.
Yep, Denonfly definitely needs to hurry up here. And you see they're burning Moonshine. They're definitely trying to get in.
Well, currently the
fight.
Protoss tip box or the Soaring Booger is out of the Artemis arc, but now they're in. Of the Protoss tip box, they were way too low at one point. Now Soaring Booger is backing off.
Victor Magnussen has spotted Denonfly. Yep, they turned. They're ready to face that.
And Denonfly seems to be aware of that. Actually, Victor Magnussen now appears to be pushing Denonfly.
They're very conservative on pushing here. They do have the long range dominance, so they don't really need to push anything.
Yeah. But they also, well, they still have 12.5 minutes on the clock, but they need to get some kills here. Soon-ish.
I've become a bit careful with that actually, because I've seen many games where teams that just waited for an enemy fold and then profit on it were very, very successful with that strategy.
Well, actually, now we once again have the one-on-one splits with the Magnet engaging the Stormbreaker and the two Pyras duking it out.
Last time it went better for Team Blue. Let's see how it does this time. Soaring Booger misses the ram, soaring over Protoss Xbox head. Now both ships turning around for the next engagement.
Victor Magnussen now joining the fight once again. Denonfly charging forwards towards the Magnet, getting those carrow shots out and taking out the balloon of the Magnussen. Protoss tip box broken. Some Banshees go in, it seems, or maybe an Artemis. No flex.
Yeah, they lose a bit perma-hull. Not too much. Denonfly loses hull armor
they are
too.
The flux. They were too late.
Yep, well, that's the drawback you have to take. But we have two blue ships focusing on Protoss tip box, which won't last long like this. Down it goes. I'm surprised that Denonfly can survive so long here. But it's most probably due to their excellent work on carronating Victor Magnussen out of the fight.
Well, now Victor Magnussen is once again in a bit of a bad position, with both blue ships having being able to focus on them.
I feel like blue has a very good strategy here in this match.
Yeah, and even though a Magnet has 6 guns, you only have basically 3 people who are able to operate them.
Just imagine how scary it would be if you had 6 people that actually could shoot guns in all directions. There's just like a flying fortress.
Or, I mean, just imagine that on the Crusader. Actually, on the Crusader, I would like to get like 7 people. Just one dedicated to checking the armor, and while we are having some friendly banter about those probabilities, the Victor Magnussen came to the pressure of the Soaring Booger, resulting in blue team, the biodiversity, obtaining a 4-0 advantage.
It's not like the blue team biodiversity would be vastly superior, but rather them having very good strategic picks and strategic play against red team's weakness, which is the big balloon on Victor Magnussen.
Yep. Also, I know this is a bit late, but TDs, thanks for the follow.
Oh, it's cute. You should shout out followers.
Yeah, the follow was 8 minutes ago.
I didn't follow you. Here you go.
Oh, thanks, Bo.
You just so recently started streaming, so I never actually had the time to do so.
Okay, both teams are... Well, they are not roughly aware of each other. They are spread out across the map.
We still do have 9 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock, so that's plenty of time to roll over the match, change the result completely. But right now it looks like blue team, thus biodiversity, has quite a bit of an advantage.
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity for Red's team to just steamroll this is still there, but it's getting more and more unlikely. Actually, yeah, I'm a bit sorry that the red team just started drifting out of my sight. I will fix that in a second.
Well, it's nothing of interest happening anyways, but you should at least present those lovely colored ships.
Oh really? Should I?
Shoring Booger took a very nice blue balloon, as did Dandong Fly. They matched the color very nicely of their flags on the
I
team
mean,
blue.
you are aware
Plus,
that the more vibrant your ship is, the better camouflaged it is?
that is a rule of Guns of Icarus, although it does seem counterintuitive. It seems to be the rule.
And especially on Magnates, it's the most effective. So, like, take for example a Magnate that is neon green. It will just slip past everyone.
Yeah, you can't see that. It's like literally unspottable. As opposed to Protoss Tipbox, which have a very pale balloon and thus were spotted easily. Now
Yeah, okay,
facing
both teams
a
now engaging together
countered by
once
Storing
again.
Booger.
The Pyros fighting and dueling, and the Magnet Breaker. Actually, it seems the Soaring Booger is shooting the Magnet. They really want to get that fast kill, it seems.
They really wanted to heat the game up for Protoss Tipbox. Collecting some flames there. It's just minor damage to their ship though.
Yeah, and just a few fire stacks are only a mere annoyance, no real damage.
Well, annoyance sometimes can be enough to change the fate of an encounter.
Actually,
But
Soaring
right now
Booger
it
is
looks like
broken
both
right now,
blue
and so is the
teams
Then Down
lost.
Fly.
Yeah, both blue ships
No
lost their hulls.
additional hull damage being dealt. Proto Stick Box now broken. No, they are the flags. They one of them
almost
hit,
in time.
I think they got one shot in or something like that.
Yeah, that's much better timing. They improved a lot on it.
Yeah, let's see. Yeah, the flag,
There we
the gun on the
go.
flag was ready there. And with that, the biodiversity obtains the victory in this very first match of the stream with an astonishing lead of 5-0. And we will be back soon with the next match. See you then. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we are back in business with the lobby. We are now joined on red team by Triple L, also known as 1 second,
Lego
please.
Lepidoptera Leviathan.
Thanks. And
You
on blue
should
team,
know that by now. I know it's complicated, but you've been doing it for a while.
eh, no. And on blue team, we are once again joined by Biodiversity. The pilots are Captain Scrobeard and Mervyn for Triple L, and once again Tears of Fuel and Renzen for Biodiversity. We have... how much do we have on the clock?
30 seconds to lock.
Perfect. So we are almost back in business on the lovely map Ashen Scuffle.
Is it still a controversial map? I haven't checked the latest polls.
Was
There
it a
was a new
controversial
poll.
map?
There was a new poll on which maps are controversial and which are not, and Ashen Scuffle definitely was one of them. Because
Really?
there used to be like those long matches where people didn't find each other.
Oh, actually, let me look into the information. Apparently, Ashen Scuffle is not a controversial map. Because
Okay.
in the announcement it says controversial maps of the week, Duel at Dawn and Graveyard Rumble.
Okay, then we got new results, and that's great.
Yeah, okay.
Good to know.
Actually, I like Ashen Scuffle. Yeah, you can have the problem of not finding each other, but as long as you do it roughly right, or one team at one point decides to just stop and turn around.
Yeah,
Should
and
be
I mean,
fine.
I think it was mostly one game where people complained about that, or where it happened that you just have like 20 minutes of nobody else finding each other, and it like happened quite rarely. And then it was decided to be a controversial map for that purpose. But I mean, obviously, it didn't take long until that reasoning was reverted.
So we are off.
We are off.
More or less.
What are you off?
Soon.
You feel quite off.
Thanks.
Come on, it's taking surprisingly long for two people to load in. Consider that we have European teams, but here we go.
Actually, there are some Americans in here. Anyways, ship number 1 is the GFA Salvager. It's a junker piloted by Captain Scrobeard. He is bringing on starboard side Gatling, Flak. In the front he has an Artemis, and on port side he's bringing double Tempest. Ship number 2 is the Fluffy Moth with a fancy white balloon. It's a Magnate piloted by Mervyn. On starboard side he's bringing a Gatling, a Mortar, and a Watcher, and on port side he's bringing a Mercury, another Mercury, and a Heavy Flak Mark II.
The ship number 3 is again piloted by Tears R Fuel as before, but he changed his ship to a Lumberjack on top, a Hades on the right side, and a Artemis to the left. And in the backside he brings a heavy carronade with a harpoon for some interesting fun. CAC W is ship number 4, piloted by Renzen. It's a Nartling with the black on position number 3 for easier accessibility, and an extra Artemis in the back for more disables.
Yeah, that's like the other thing that I've been seeing. You either see I can't talk straight. Flak on 4 and something on 3, or you see Flak on 3 and an Artemis on 4.
With quite an interesting arrangement here of ships, as CAC W is trying to engage above this
but
mountain
they
here.
can't really go back from that position.
Nope.
They have to go forwards.
They found out the hard way that that's not as easily possible. Now stuck on top of the mountain there.
Stuck.
Yep, they have to go forward and use the captain's stamina to move upwards.
While they are way out of combat, the Fluffy Moth and GFA Salvager are just going ham on the allied appearances already broken. Tempest go out. That's a quarter of Permagon. And the CAC is now slowly coming into the fight. And once again broken, half. And with that, allied appearance is dead.
CAC W was smart to just stay out of the fight from the beginning away. They saw that this thing here was lost.
And with that, Triple L, also known as Red Team, obtains the first kill of this match. Also, is the streamer still looking... yeah, that's looking quite nice. I am surprised.
Excellent. No,
I forgot
should
to
stay that way.
sideline.
Let's
So
hope for the best.
stupid. We just changed one number. Thankfully I didn't stream Crucible yesterday, that would have been way more confusing. Just imagine I go live today and be like, yeah, this is Crucible.
Absolutely.
In the title.
So, a short update on the other match, which was Death Steel Trading Corp International against Daedalus Legacy.
Don't tell
That
him.
one finished 5-2 in favor of Daedalus Legacy.
I know it's my team, but I'm not surprised.
Yeah, I mean, Daedalus Legacy was quite on a big run last week. They've done excellent, moving on to the semi-finals, only be beaten there.
I mean, Daedalus Legacy, they've become so good. It's amazing.
They've really improved a lot, as did Steel Vanguard. I feel they've become really a good team in not such a long time. I mean,
but I would actually say that Daedalus Legacy surpassed Steel Vanguard.
I haven't seen a direct comparison lately.
I actually have. Let me take a look.
And we also see right in the match number 3 that is running right now over in the other lobby, which is exactly Daedalus Legacy against Steel Vanguard. So we'll see eventually.
Last week we had Daedalus versus Steel Vanguard 5-0.
Oh, okay.
Going through my recordings. Daedalus Vanguard 2-5. That they lost. That was kind of, I don't know, 3 weeks ago or something.
Meanwhile, here in the game
double broken.
KEKW lost quite a substantial part of its permahull though, due to the fire of both red ships. Now Jeffy Salvager is in double focus because of Fluffymoth being out of the battle with its balloon broken.
But with those Tempest shots going out, actually they haven't got a disable yet. Sorry. Is it lagging for you as well?
Nope. Everything's fine. Timer seems to be okay too.
Oh yeah. Sorry. So let's get back to business. Yeah, the added appearance actually has the magnet pinned down quite nicely. GFA Salvage are broken and being pushed, heavily pushed by KEK.
Oh, they're in front of the mountain and get crushed. Ouch.
Actually, God.
Yep. Here we see excellent use of the lumberjack, or the lumberjack in general, to counter a magnet, which was enabled through not really the latest, but the recent balloon changes on magnet.
My PC just turned into an aeroplane. Give me a sec. What's going on?
You're demanding too much of it with those streaming things. He's too old for that.
What's the problem right here? Oh, it's Guns. Holy shit! I mean, Guns is taking up a gig of RAM.
Isn't that like normal?
I don't know.
1 gigabyte isn't too much. I mean, you should have more than 1 gigabyte of RAM.
Yeah, I do. Don't worry.
I mean, that's still fine. So like Chrome or something.
Yeah, that's another half gig.
Half of, yeah, I mean, it's looking at the stream. Guess that's valid to use a bit more RAM there too.
I hope my PC will decide to not be an aeroplane anymore in the foreseeable future. And let's get back to business. I'm just gonna teleport my camera over. Okay, it seems that Savager is now going for the move over the mountain, and the blue team catch the Fluffymoth more or less off guard.
They try to rush into the little opening here to at least get some cover from edit appearance.
Okay, KEK now charging down the Fluffymoth, and the Savager is turning back around. Probably either to help his ally or get the other blue ship.
Fluffymoth was able to withstand, but is broken now. Yep.
Half armor gone.
Yeah, that was KEKW's flag there. Thing of quite a big amount. Salvager is not quite able to take up the pace as his ally is fried here by KEKW.
And with that, they are dead. resulting in biodiversity taking a 3-1 lead. Okay, lowering the bit rate again fixed my problems, it seems.
Well, surprise. Who would have thought? Yeah, as I said, you're just demanding too much of that poor old fellow.
Yeah, probably. Hey, that's my part. Okay, red team has reunited, and blue team has decided to split up a bit. But only a bit, and KEKW is spotted, so up both red ships. Appearance still a bit slow at going around the mountain, but it's a judgment. It's the second heaviest ship in the game. What do you expect?
Yeah, it did fairly well so far.
Yeah.
Valid pick with that lumberjack
and
on top
now
of it.
they are back in business. Lumber shots go out and miss. Now they're hitting. And the Fluffy Wolf is popped.
KEKW is quite under some pressure, but now that Fluffy Wolf is popped, it probably will be able to have a little breather too.
And I just took a look. Actually, the Fluffy Mervyn has no parachute. So if they actually drop down, well, Mercury's shoot up quite nicely, but still they will have some trouble and they will have to focus their attention on getting the balloon back up. Okay, Tempest shots go out from the Salvager, landing nicely on the Kek.
Tempest shots?
Yes,
Are those Tempest?
Those are Tempest. Seraph Tempest missiles.
Oh, interesting.
Mark S.
I haven't seen them in quite a while.
Yeah, probably because
I feel like they've been a bit neglected in gun picks.
I mean, a burst Artemis does the trick as well.
What about the additional fire pressure that they used to provide? I remember a time where we've seen them ubiquitously with every
I think
loadout.
that has been nerfed. But
I hope so. It was a bit annoying that they were so overpowered with an easy to land gun as the Tempest.
Okay, do apologize for that, but I will stop looking at the stream because I do need to free up some calculation power right here.
Yep, I'll have a watch at the stream. Check it from time to time.
Yeah. The clouds and the tempest and everything is taking up too much load.
Yep, added appearance is still in a good position to fire on Fluffy Muff, but the red team is generally trying to hide behind that little wall in order to get some chances of their balloons surviving. And KEKW does is now under pressure.
Yeah, they might have overextended a bit, got broken, but well, they asked the heavy flak and they just got the rebuild. They got the rebuild just in time.
If the red teams want to chase after him, they'll have to expose themselves to the lumberjack of ship number 3.
Got a really nice shot through the scaffolding on the side.
Nice, good job for the gunners on that ship there.
So yeah, I don't know who's his name, so I'm not gonna announce any names. Okay, added appearance and Salvager are now fighting each other. Tempest shots are going out. No real damage being dealt, it seems. Just a few fire stacks. I don't think they're clipping. I mean, I guess that the Tempest just simply lacks a bit of disabling power. As indicated in here.
That's probably true.
Then, I mean, the damage is spread around all 7 missiles, so I guess one burst Artemis is more lethal.
Alright, so KEKW took the sneaky right way.
It does seem like Fluffy Muff is more or less expecting that. Or at least they wanted to do sneaky as well.
I thought they wanted to do something sneaky too.
Kek actually bouncing on the top of the cave.
All that
Okay,
counts is that they're engaging right now.
and Allied Appearance is joining the fight, so the Fluffy Moth's balloon will be gone in a sec.
Oh, it survives by a little bit.
Yeah, because that last lumber shot just barely missed. And they probably got a mallet at the time or something like that.
So what we see here is quite a conservative play.
Actually, Salvage
Both teams
going for a bit
are
of a
very
flank.
both teams are very careful to not stay too long in the other team's lumber arcs
Yeah,
for
actually,
good
Salvage
reasons.
might be going for a bit of a flank.
They also will be very careful what they do and what they don't
Yeah,
do.
they are sitting there. They're not yet spotted, but it seems that the Allied Appearance is more or less preparing for the possibility of someone coming from there. Okay. Oh, Fluffy Moth disengaged again, and they are now both going through the side.
So you have roughly 6.5 minutes left, as it's 1-3 on the scoreboard in favor of blue team, which is biodiversity tonight, against Triple L on team red, which have struggled a bit so far to really get much pressure on the blue team due to the omnipresent lumber pressure on Fluffy Moth, which it's very vulnerable to.
Okay, KEKW now going over the mountain and starting to engage the Salvager, but he does need to be careful if that Magnite gets his port side into arc. Mercuries have 35 degrees upwards. That could be enough to just go ham at the Kek. And there they go.
Yep, Kek realizes that.
And
Number
with
charts
the
fly a bit
Mercury
too high.
dealing a ton of piercing damage, that armor might be gone in a bit, but now they're disengaged. And yeah, there's also a heavy flak to follow that up.
True. Added Appearance positioned themselves a bit further back, staying here in a nice cozy spot with some walls to cover them if it needed to be. Good oversight over the battlefield.
Okay, spots go out. Let's see if they actually open up the number. They do. Ooh boy, and they actually hit. I am impressed.
Nice shots on that huge distance. Not doing too much serious damage in long term though.
Yeah, actually Skurrow's doing some nice maneuvering and dodging those shots. Especially over that distance, you have a lot of travel time. So if you are moving and just when the enemy shoots, you just turn a bit and badooms, the enemy misses. Actually, Fluffy Moth going for the flank again, and they will now catch the back of the Kek facing them. Ooh, that could be a problem. No, Kek is turned. Finally, and that's one Mercury gone. And while this is going, oh, Fluffy Moth is actually broken. But they don't care and just get a Watcher into the Kek and ram them for good measure.
Well, they do have to do something, right? There's
yeah,
not
they
too
only
much
4
time
minutes on
left.
the clock, and they need to get 2 kills in order to win. Actually, let me get the right page on my notebook. But GFA Salvage is moving, being suppressed quite nicely by that lumber, and the Kek is just well, they just ate another Watcher to the side. They're broken.
They're not looking
Shots
too good.
go out. Oh, that's only a sliver of health left on them. Salvager lost their balloon once again. It seems that the Salvager is missing, or actually both red ships are missing balloon privileges in this match, and with that the Kek is dead.
At least Salvager brought in Rogue Shoot, which helps them to deal with it, and they're still a dangerous opponent for Added Appearance now.
And now both red ships can just move in on the Added Appearance as the Judgment is not able to run. Quite simply. And with now both red ships going ham at the Added Appearance, their survival seems rather unlikely.
They still are though. Who knows? KEKW does respawn at a safe distance though, which indicates that they
are not
might.
Expecting the survival of them.
Yeah, they're not. Which leaves us with around 2.5 minutes left, and a equalize score?
So,
Probably soon. Yes.
I mean, it would be rather surprising if they actually managed to survive. Well, Keck is coming in.
Just want to say, KEKW is on its way back. They're back on the battlefield. GFA Salvager is in a bit of a bad spot there, as Fluffy Muff is a bit too low to help.
Yeah. Oh, actually, Salvager is broken. That's a third of the Permagon.
What's Fluffy Muff doing? They
half.
Positioned a bit
broken
interestingly.
They are now getting a Watcher, but the Salvager is dead. And now Blue red team is in a bit of a bad spot. With the Keck just simply don't caring and going in for the ramp.
That was a surprising turn of events, because I feel Fluffy Muff is not really pushing on edit appearance aggressive enough.
And with that, actually, Biodiversity obtains another victory with his end score of 2-5. I think
it must be 2-5.
Yeah, 2-5. And Triple L is now going to the lower bracket. And Biodiversity will be advancing to the... are we already in the semifinals?
Yes, it's already semifinals. We do have just 6 teams tonight, which make the whole thing a bit shorter. One deep less shorter. So Biodiversity is the first finalist tonight.
Yes, she can never get up to the challenge. There it is. And of course, we will be back with the next match once we have them assembled, and see you then. And with that, we are back in the lobby. We are now joined on red team
He's
once
coming,
again
he just forgot the password.
by Triple L, and with the pilots Mervin and Captain Scrobit. And on blue team, we are joined by the Dead Steel Trading Corporation with the pilots Hangover NG and Captain Jan. We are on the map, Water Hazard. NG is AFK. Okay. Well, that's a nice start. And with that, ships are locked. Apparently you're typing too slow. So... what's going on over there?
Interesting.
And apparently Scroll misclicked. He wants to be a part of the almighty spectatorship.
Understandably so, but it's time to ready up for people so we can get this going. It also seems like there are all issues resolved on blue team, with Hangover NG coming back in time before the match actually started.
And with some lovely magic from you, we are now loading into match number 6 on the challenge and match number 3 of the stream.
Yep, it's the third one for us.
I am totally not confused.
Well, I feel like this has been a very confusing lobby because so much talking, so much reorganizing. Well, let's see how the game goes.
Well, good catchphrase. I don't know. Ship number 1 is the Angry Moth. It's the Corsair piloted by Mervin. On board's starboard side, he's bringing Gatling and the Watcher. In the front, we have a heavy flag Mark II. Starboard side, we have a port side. We have a Watcher and Hades, and in the back we have Harpoon. Ship number 2 is the GFA Wind Troll. It's Pyramidion piloted by Captain Scrobiat. It's an Artling with Laser Artemis on top and Gatling flag on the side, so it's not an Artling.
Ship number 3 is the 99th May, captained by Hangover NG. It's a Spire with a Watcher and a Hades Artemis combo for front facing, and on the right side I bring another Artemis. Interesting combination for sure, from long and short range guns. Ship number 4 is the Illustrious by Captain Jan, bringing a carronade in front, a flamethrower to the right, and on the left side we have a Banshee and another Banshee. So much fire potential here on this ship.
Yeah, and Illustrious actually is now more or less peeking over that mountain, and they might get a visual on the red team.
I'm very excited to see how the 99th May plays out against the red team, with those more or less slightly more long-range focused guns against two ships that want to engage closely and in short range. I feel like the short absence of Hangover NG during the lobby wars could have.
Yeah, that could have potential, or could be a problem, since the Spire seems a bit, I guess, off.
I mean, it could play out very well. I wouldn't be surprised if they really are able to pick out of their enemy from a long range, but it could also go very bad.
I mean, it boils down to the Hades aim on both ships and the Flak aim and timing on the Corsair.
So far, it looks like Angry Muff had the better Hades aim.
Especially
Bringing the
oh,
99th
and there's
May.
another break. Flak shots.
Oh, Flak misses.
Both actually miss. Oh boy.
Very, very, very close deal. But now
the
we do
Windwall
have
is enjoying
flags
the
from
fight,
Windroll.
and the flag of the Windwall is very much zeroed in. So that's some severe damage on the 19th May, and half its power is already gone. While the Illustrious is still sitting around a bit. But now they're doing stuff. Slowly starting to cook the Windtroll. Yeah, how do you like your Pyramidians? Tarred or burnt?
I prefer them tarred. It gives them that nice smoky taste.
And knowing Hangarenji, and yes, I just confirmed that, he has tar.
Not surprising.
No. And once again, I think you can hear how I think about that.
The 99th May decided to kind of ignore Angry Muff in their back, paying with an engine for it.
Might lead to the demise, but hey, Windtroll is broken. But the follow-up guns that might do the explosive damage from the Illustrious are on the other side of the ship.
Well,
19th May broken once again, and they are awfully low. And with their last flak shot, they are dead. Resulting in first kill for Red Team once again, also known as Triple L.
I honestly almost typed flag kill red instead of first kill.
And with that,
because
Illustrious,
we were talking
actually
about
Windwall and Illustrious were broken, and Illustrious was half its perma there. But now they have a Corsair in the back, and that's not a place I'd like to be. Actually, Illustrious turning around now.
Illustrious trying to vertically dodge most damage here, but it's not as fast with descending as they are with going up.
With those flak shots going out, the Illustrious came to some severe flak shots. Actually, this might have been a get kill. Like, that the flak didn't take away all the perma, there was just a little bit left. And then a few Gatling shots later, they were dead.
Okay, well then. Yep.
You might want to take a look at the stream with a 1 minute delay.
Well, I'm not so concerned about what actually killed them. What matters is that they're dead now.
And they are respawned on the other side of the mountain where Red Team is currently located. Actually, the Windtroll might be peeking over that mountain. I might get a visual on them soon when the clouds
They're still
disappear.
very much hidden in clouds though. Not so easy to spot.
I mean, if they are able to spot them in time and face them, they might get a good double team going on the Windtroll. But Windtroll is now burning backwards, getting out of there. And so are both blue ships. So
they've got more or less a safe distance between them, and now Angry Muff is coming in from the side on the 99th May again.
Actually, I would say that would have been a better call to just charge forwards.
Yeah, but I mean, you never know where the enemy really is.
You never know.
And you don't really want to run into the arms
now
of
they're
Corsair
doing it.
behind
Now
them.
they are charging forward, but 99th May is broken. Half its perma is already gone. And the other half might soon follow. Yes, it does. It did.
It looks a bit to me like the Illustrious would have to engage a bit more aggressively in the start of engagement, because they usually take too long and give Red Team too much opportunities to actually set up their attack and slowly start killing the 99th May.
And
because Illustrious is a bit too hesitant to actually engage.
Way more damage potential, I'd say.
Yep.
Actually, Angry Muff is broken. But once again, the explosive guns are on the other side of the fish.
Blue team definitely needs the 99th May to efficiently get kills.
Yes. And even when the 99th May is around, they only have 2 Artemi, and shooing away at the Corsair takes time if you only have 2 Artemi.
And when the Watcher plays in there too, so like combined with all of them, they could actually have enough guns
but
for a
they
kill.
would need to get all 3 going to get rather fast kills.
I mean, they could, right, if they get their timing right.
Yeah.
You disable one ship with the Watcher and then focus on the other one with your guns. That's fair enough. Could happen.
Actually, let's see. Okay, 99th May respawned far away. They are expecting the Illustrious to either run there or die.
Yeah. Illustrious taking its leave.
Okay, they are running.
Artem might connect to its engines, but not really break anything. So they're still up and running.
I mean, that's actually
Probably in a
unusual.
safe distance now. Red
Okay.
team was a bit bamboozled here with them running away.
Yeah, and now they're moving out. Okay, blue team is more or less reunited. Angry Moth is actually spotted, and they might be able to get spots on 99th May soon. Looking at it. Yeah. If they're actually looking in that direction.
I really know where I've been
Well,
running to.
now they will know with the shots coming from 99th May. Yeah, Illustrious is now charging the Corsair.
I feel like they've got better possibilities to actually win this engagement if they do it that way. Charging it sooner and more aggressively.
And now the Angry Morph is actually charging in as well, but a bit lower. Take a watch to the face. 3 guns gone.
Yep, they want to be lower. If you charge a ship, you never want to be on the same height as it is, because that always leads to you losing as a charging ship. You need to get that height difference. But now Illustrious is
They actually rammed the Corsair, which seems like a bit like a futile attempt, considering that the Corsair is the 3rd heaviest ship in the game.
I mean, they tried. They tried to
yeah,
save their
actually,
ally.
Angry Morph is now broken and lost a quarter of their perma. But that's
But 99th made us too.
And 19th May was broken again. They already lost half their perma. Those flag shots are indeed lethal. And there are some more for you. That's only a quarter left. And once again, the 99th May is dead. That means that Red Team now has the opportunity to end this match right here, right now, if they get the kill on the Illustrious. Currently, it seems more like the Wind Troll will bite the dust.
Illustrious was very well balloon ramming Wind Troll from below.
Yeah, and now they have a Flamer and a Carrow on them. This might just be the time for them to obtain a kill here.
I mean, they they should have turned their Banshee on him.
Yeah.
Would have been dead by now.
Yeah. Don't ram them. Just turn your port side into arc. Get the armor break and turn. Goldfish are well now they got cooked to death.
The Flamer eventually did its job. Angry Moth now very close with 99th May.
Actually, the Angry Moth lost its flak. So they are definitely lacking some killing potential right there.
Yeah, they do have a short-range right side though, with a Gatling and a Watcher.
It's a Corsair after all, so it seems Murmur just decided to turn up his brain and ram.
Still, they got sandwiched by both blue ships,
they
not being in a great condition.
Most likely die. But once again, we have seen the same situation over in the match with the with the biodiversity. Let's see what happens here. But nope.
Down they go.
Down they go.
No a resurrection for them.
Well, Triple L is still comfortably in the lead with a 4-2 advantage, but DDCO is getting closer.
Yeah, I mean they did 2 kills. That surely is nice. Good to see some fighting back from their side.
It's always nice to get killed.
I feel like Illustrious found its place and role a bit better, but still needs to control its anger management. Calm down, Illustrious. You should work on your anger management and go and watch an old-fashioned movie with your friends.
Yeah, that's something you really need to hammer out of your brain, I guess, when you really start playing competitively, that you should resist to ram. I mean, in pop lobbies it's not that big of a deal.
Yeah, I understand it's very much fun for a captain, and it does indeed have situations where it's very appropriate to ram.
But
it's not like it's generally a bad thing.
In a competitive environment, those situations are way scarce than in pub lobbies.
Yep, that's true, but they exist. You should just
they do
know
exist, but
when
you need to see them.
Yep.
Okay, Illustrious now going around the mountain, going for the no wait, they're not going for the Wind Troll, they're going for more starboard side engagement. 99th Main are putting quite a nice amount of pressure on the Angry Moth. Might ram bridge. Oh, they're actually fine.
Nope. No
Illustrious
Bridges
now
of Tomb
charging in.
tonight. They're getting ready to Goomba Stomp.
Okay, Angry Moth
But,
now missing one engine. Actually, I think that was a heavy engine.
I think. Do they have two
Well,
heavy
that's-
engines on the bottom and a light one on the top, right?
Yeah, I know.
If I'm not mistaken.
Actually, 99th May was broken once again. One flag shot apparently went in. That's more than a third of the permagon. And we are.
No, another one
that's another
connecting.
Oh, they almost. That's so close. Well, Windroll is also half more dead than alive, it seems. Once again, barely saving the armor, and now dying in the background. But yeah. What you now see is Mervyn just turning off his brain and ramming, it seems. And
As one
actually-
should obviously do with a Corsair.
Yeah, he only has his back gun right now, and he seems to be rather dead again. Especially with him broken once again, the Illustrious joins the fight. Flamer is on them, and there's not much they can do. Well, they are holding on to that.
Well,
fight.
99th May is also very much down on its hull. But
So,
it is Illustrious ramming the Corsair, ironically, into a mountain,
yeah,
killing
that's some karma for our Corsair pilots, getting ram killed.
it.
But with that, we have even scores now. I would still put Triple L in the more advantageous position because of two reasons. First of all, they have the first kill advantage. Well, with 6 minutes on the clock, that will most likely not come into play.
Probably not.
And the other one is, the 99th May is basically dead.
It's a walking.
They don't
Dead
even
body.
need to hit the flag, they just need to break them, and that bit of damage will most likely kill them.
I mean, let's Tar. Yeah, Tar will save you.
Please don't tar. Please keep my. Please, I look around. Have a. Well, it's a good potato, but it's still potato. Please don't tar.
Come on,
Think of my
it's your
frame rates.
team. It's your team. You should have told them. You should have some control over what they do.
Yeah, it's my team, but so what? I mean, the fact that I'm not piloting says enough.
True. In the meanwhile, the other match of the losers' first round was Steel Vanguard against SMGS, finished with 5-1 lead for SMGS, which moves on to losers round 2, where they will encounter the winner of this match.
Which will be either Triple L or TDCO. Okay. Both blue ships now cowering down. Sorry, not cowering. Taking a position at the bottom of the map, with the red ships taking a high position, and also red ships being well aware that they have the kill advantage.
I mean, we do have high stakes here. Both teams have, or especially blue team has much to lose. So you
Yeah.
want to really think about your last engagement here.
Mhm.
This is not casual anymore.
And also, when DDCO wins this match, this will be the second ever win in an SCS for the team.
Was there only one so far? Oh my
Yeah.
god. Oof.
So, and if they, and this will also be the first real win for the team, since the first one we got was on the timer.
Well, the timer's a real one too. I mean,
But still, getting 5 kills is more. It's better.
it's more satisfying. That's
Yeah.
true. But I wouldn't call it like a non-real win.
Jokes aside though, blue team decided to finally move out, but with red team taking a fortified position, obviously, this might be a bit difficult to do.
They'll surely have
Well,
to come up with
there's the
some
Illustrious,
strategy here.
Starting the charge.
There it
Seems
goes.
that fire is now being
Whee!
concentrated on the Angry Moth, as the Angry Moth is just appears to be basically ignoring the Illustrious a bit and going for the 99th May. Illustrious once again ramming the Angry Moth, taking themselves out of the engagement for a bit.
the 99th May is losing its hull more quickly as the Pyramidion is engaging from
Yeah,
behind,
and with
killing
that
it
laser
eventually.
being on them, they get killed. So that means that LLL obtains the victory in this match with a lead of, with the final score of 5-4.
Nice, that was a very good match. Very entertaining to
Thanks
see.
for playing to Didiko, and we will be back once we have the next lobby assembled. See you then. And with that, we are back again in the lobby. This will actually be the last lobby of this stream. We are now doing the bottom bracket, lower bracket, quarterfinal. Yeah, I guess you could quarterfinal. On red team, we are once again joined by Triple L with the pilots Mervin and Captain Scrobiat. And on blue, we now have SMGS again with Water It's Me and Sunstorm. So let's see if I can fit that on my list somewhere. At least if people have these nice abbreviated names, team names, I can easily put them in. Will they get a minute now or not?
Yep, they already did get a minute.
Oh really? Oh yeah, there. I missed that message. There was so much going on. Especially since I was looking at my notices? No, notes. Notes. English, not my main language.
Well, it's all fine.
So, I hope people are enjoying the stream so far. I'm not gonna ask for reactions in the chat since we're streaming a tournament after all. Let's see what happens. Okay, we are locked. So we're having actually 2 Spires and the Pyro and the Breaker. Could be an interesting matchup. And we will find out soon what's the exact matchup and how it will work out. As we are now loading in to match number 4 of the stream and match number 7 on the challenge.
We're playing on Canyon Ambush, everyone's favorite.
Yes. Ship number 1 is the Husker slot 4. It's a Spire piloted by Mervin. He's bringing a Lumber and an Artemis on the bottom deck, and an Harpoon and another Artemis on the top deck. Ship number 2 is the GFA Windtroll. Once again the Pyramidion piloted by Captain Scrobiat. He's bringing an Artling. Now it's really an Artling with Artemis getting on top, and Flak in slot 3 and another Artemis.
On ship number 3, Water It's Me is captaining its Lumber Spire called Some Kind of Souliness. They do have a Gatling and an Artemis on top, and a mine launcher on the lower deck. And finally, ship number 4, the Stromsunder, piloted by Sunstorm, a Caronade Stormbreaker, which has a Gatling, Artemis, and another Artemis on its top deck.
Actually, that Lumber Spire setup is more common than the one Mervin is bringing. And I think especially the Harpoon will bring some interesting play if they manage to rear themselves into mines. Which
That's
is
definitely the
something
plan.
I hope for to happen. Just
I also
for amazing how amazing it looks.
They should reel in mines, actually. Can you do that?
I don't know. let's hopefully find out in this match.
That's advanced suicide techniques.
Yeah, advanced suicide techniques.
I actually had to check if Huskar is actually on slot 4. Wondering where that name comes from. So Slave Driver Huskar is on slot number 4.
I can actually kind of explain where that comes from, because in the they on the Triple L Discord server they do like sign up posts, and now the people are getting put into slots.
Oh, I see.
It's always shuffling where the people are and how the slots are in that sign up form. So it could very well happen that you have the first 3 slots in one line and the 4th slot just beneath that and stuff like that.
I see.
And yeah, that's basically just that Husker apparently belongs into slot 4.
That explains a lot.
Yeah. Also, if any of the Triple L people are watching, feel free to correct me.
I hope they're not watching. Of course they
Yeah.
shouldn't.
But as we discussed during the break, we do have a, well, it's more than a minute since I also have no low latency because I don't care about that. So delay on the stream, so it should be fine, but please still don't do it.
Teams are finally approaching each other, and we have Strömsunder and some kind of Solidness spotted, as well as red chips by now. So the engagement can finally begin.
Some kind of Sonian is already taking shots from the Huskar slot 4. Actually, both Spires are starting to shoot each other. Some kind of Sonian is disengaging by going behind the mountain.
Yeah, we've seen nice sniping here, taking out the lumber on some kind of Solidness very fast.
Actually,
Which
yeah,
was
that's double Artemai, so that's quite a lot of disabling power, and Huskar slot 4 is broken right now, and takes an Artemis to the perma. Nothing too serious, but it's still a bit of perma damage. Punch the mic?
Yep, sorry.
Don't worry.
I was readjusting it.
Well, and now the Windtroll is taking all the blue pressure, as the some kind of Solonius has decided to once again engage, and its lumber is focusing currently. Well, they just changed to Saska slot 4. Saska. No, we're not playing Among Us.
Very Saskar.
And once again, Mervan brought no parachutes.
Seems to be a very dedicated opponent of parachutes, even if in lumber engagements.
But,
and it is very uncommon to see.
Yeah, Water has one.
It's quite uncommon to see so extended long-range engagements on this map here. But I guess it worked since everybody brought their Artemis with him.
Yeah, no one wanted to leave the disabling power at home.
Mm.
Okay, now Strömsunder is taking the damage, but looking at the permas, the only ship that ever got broken in this match so far was the Huskar slot 4, and that bit of perma damage isn't much. Okay, some kind of Solian is now losing the balloon, but due to them having a parachute, I don't see big trouble coming their way. Well, that was where 3 missed lumber shots.
We will eventually see a more close range engagement, pretty surely.
Currently it seems like this, it's still a snipe check, who has the better snipers.
And it's mostly a disable sniping, so I mean that's just gonna result in a
but they just run behind the mountain to recover. Oh yeah, they lose half their armor, but it's just armor, it's not perma.
I mean they're all in a position where they can easily duck behind some cover.
Actually, some kind of Solidus is broken, and shots do go in. That's well, a third of the perma gone.
Oh, well, nice. Did they get another Artemis shot in there? That was good play from Huskar slot 4.
Who's now being targeted for a bit by the Strömsunder, which appears to be a play on Victor Sandström's name. Sandström's name.
Probably.
Most likely.
a very, very daring interpretation
Strömsunder is now broken, but no damage goes out. Not even neglectable damage, it's no damage.
Some kind of Solidness under fire again?
But yeah,
they're already lowering.
If they get balloon broken, they will just take that extra downwards velocity to go beneath that pillar, or behind that pillar.
Strömsunder emerging, trying to get close to Huskar slot 4.
Actually,
or at least repositioning a bit.
Flanking a bit. Or actually, repositioning more. They are now making a move, it seems.
Yeah, Huskar slot 4 expecting it though. Still, they're not able to fend it off fast enough.
And Strömsunder once again retreating into cover. Some kind of Solidus will now rise up again. And both red ships now facing that direction, so that's the opportunity for Strömsunder to get shots out. But some kind of Solidus is double broken, and they lost their lumber. Take an Artemis to the perma, so now they only have roughly half left, and Stormsunder is once again being targeted.
It's getting closer. It's just waiting for its time to push.
Actually, Stormsunder might be getting themselves some cover behind those towers or scaffolding towers.
Looks like they are. Windtroll is hiding a bit too.
Now Windtroll is taking the lumber shots from the some kind of solidness. I'm actually surprised that Triple L hasn't brought their signature double spire place yet.
I mean, they don't bring it every week. The Triple L is a very well, they like to experiment a lot with their ship builds, bring different things that usually is considered meta, and I like it a lot about them. They're actually experimenting with many different things, bringing new stuff into play that has previously not been considered.
Okay, Stormsunder appears to be in a more engageable position right now. They're just waiting for the Samkai Cylinders to go to a good position as well, it seems. So they're currently hiding behind, as current team is currently retreating into the Eastern Passage.
Good move. Stormsunder comes up front, wondering where their enemy has gone. As they just disappeared.
Tico just in the chat, Slugfest. Yeah, seems about right.
Quite appropriate, I guess. They're biding their time.
Yeah. Let me see.
Yep, as we do have a bit more people in the chat because the other match, the semi-final, is already over. With Daedalus' Legacy losing 5-0 to Biodiversity.
Oh yeah. So we've been overtaken by the top brackets.
Yep, Daedalus' Legacy will fight the winner of this match here, which is either Lego Lepidoptera Leviathan on red or SMGS in blue.
Steambraid's just going ham in the map. Tico, guess what? We are parroted.
Or so, they said.
Are they though?
They're at least making it exciting. So we already had the engagement.
Yes.
And now they're tactically retreating. Which...
I mean, that was tactical retreat. Hey, now teams will actually find each other.
Ta-da! Stormsunder very quickly reversing there.
It seems by the Windtroll, and some kind of cylinder has already lost half its balloon.
We do have a different situation in here when it comes to cover.
Yep. Oh, actually, some kind of cylinder is broken once again. That's another bit of their permagon. There's a mine, or mines being laid, and Windtroll might hit it.
No, Windtroll is
just almost.
Just about able to get behind it.
Okay, some kind of cylinder now rejoins the fight as the Windtroll is taking all the fire for both blue ships.
They won't stand that for too long. Their armor is gone.
Windtroll is broken, and oh, that's so close,
Ouch.
and they are dead. Some Kaisernes gets the kill, and with that, the SMGS blue team obtains the first kill of this map.
Yep. After a bit more than 11 minutes played on this match.
That was a long time.
That took them quite a long time indeed.
Alpha appears to be a bit confused. 10 minutes in with no kills, what's going on? Swinkless, this is the way. Kira, Sunstorm on Canyons. Is going on. Classic sniping match on Canyons.
Yeah, we secretly told people to not kill each other before the 10-minute mark. Because we want to enforce peaceful plays here. That's what's going on, absolutely. There we go. Yeah, Alfie, they finally made their...
Was that a classic case of conveyor belt right there? That
not so sure. I mean, Windtroll...
Blue has 2 kills. I'm a bit confused, but okay, there we go.
Windtroll had the chance to actually finish
Windroll
off
is,
some kind of
broken now
silliness there,
once again.
but Windroll booped into the mountains, like interrupting their chase of some kind of silliness, and now it looks like they're in a bad situation there. Being
Sorry for
pushed into
missing
the
that,
wall.
but I was busy coughing my lung out again. Actually, Windroll just hit a mine, and with some more fire from the Sunken Sinners, they are dead. That means SMGS obtains a 3-0 lead in this match, and the Husker slot 4 is alone. And they are almost, with Sunken Sinners, they are now in position, so that Lumber will open up any second now. Storm Thunder is broken though, but not in Arc. Alphatros, finally.
Just for Alpha's information, the mines are on some kind of silliness, and we've seen
I see the question.
very good use of it, as now Huskar's slot 4 is killed by combined efforts of some kind of silliness and Storm Thunder.
I need to move this one a bit.
So
I can see the chat.
Blue is now in red spawn.
And they will most likely just be there and wait for the first red ship to appear.
Very likely.
Red will wait until 0 lead.
Red will wait until they can respawn together. Hope they get ready fast enough.
Red team respawning in Foxtrot 10.
In Foxtrot.
I want to point out that I said that before they spawned.
That's like with changes made before we call ship lock. It was just on point. I asked for an extra minute. So I wanted to make a guess too, and would have said Foxtrot 10 too. I mean, it's the obvious choice here, emerging from that little nebula here.
I don't really know what Alpha's talking about, but he's saying spicy spawn. Well, that's obvious. Bird Wolfens in the toaster spawn, mine MVP.
Yep, that was like to the very spicy spawn of Windroll when their ally was already dead.
Oh, Husker slot 4 is broken.
They were killed by a mine.
No real damage being dead, and some kind of Cernus might break soon again. But now it's Husker slot 4 broken. Some kind of Cernus also broken. No flux or anything going out.
Windroll is in okay shape, so they should actually be able to crank out some flux, and down they go.
Some guys just died in the background. Husker slot 4 is broken once again. Once again, some Alta might go out, that's half the permagon. Storm Thunder is slowly chipping away at that hull, and they have no guns. I would just like to point that out.
Well, they don't need any, because they do have an ally. Windroll now engaging on Storm Thunder.
Alpha, I just want to point out, we don't do gambling around here.
Well, how much do you bet, Alpha? I think we can start that little business up. You do have to publish your ratios on what you get if you actually win.
Okay, Chell is going wild here. Storm Thunder being chased by both blue and red ships, and it's now actually broken and dead. And the Sun Canyon has respawned, but they are already heading for the back of the map for cover. And with the clouds being in the way, they won't be spotted until sometime later. So I think the what are they doing?
I just want to point out that.
Oh yeah, you can go there. I totally forgot you can go there.
I just wanted to point out that Captain Puck did a very nice job on shooting down that fleeing Stormbreaker with the lumberjack.
Is going into a hiding spot, since you can actually go behind the mountain line on the western side of the map, and it's really unlikely that the red team will find them there.
I mean, red team has to commit quite hard if they want to find them there. So they're safe for now.
It seems like blue team is just simply playing the timer.
I mean, depends on where their ally will spawn. They can't really spawn.
I mean, their ally has to spawn, and they will most likely spawn in the Echo 2 area. So the
or B2, B3, beta.
Or they spawn B2, 3.
They could join their ally and just hide it out.
That's a really hot spawn, but it's not yet spotted. And Storm not...
Let's see what teams do now with 2.5 minutes on the
Okay,
clock.
Wintroll appears to be... Yeah, spots go out. And shots go out as well, and it seems the Spire is still just hiding. Going over that mountain, going for some cover, and they are really playing the timer, it seems. As the Stormstormer is just simply running.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Okay, Sunken Silence appears to be going out of their hiding spot, looking at the map.
And we've seen in the chat, Captain Cock making my pants wet with that lumberjack. That's what I want to say. Yes, that was amazing there.
Thunder being focused here, and the Sunken Silence is apparently staying in their hiding spot, and they are doing. Well, it's an interesting strategy, but it's something that will work. But because even if the Storm Thunder dies, then they are still 1 point in the lead, and they have the kill advantage.
And overtime will just happen if they're engaged or spotted.
And when the Sunken Silence is just hiding behind that mountain, they are not engaged because no one has a clue that they are there.
I mean, Red Team could get under 100 meter. 1,000
actually,
meters
now
to
point
distance.
something out, since they have been there for I think more than 2 minutes now. This would actually be something they could see in the stream.
Alright, you've got a point there.
But I do expect all players in the lobby to be men of honor, men and women of honor, obviously.
Men and women of honor, I'm pretty sure they are. Still, important to point out that this could be an issue.
Due to public request, I will show the Spire for a second. There's the Spire. And in Monument you will see them also. Give me 1 sec, I need to ban someone.
Come on, it's a lovely guy that wants to make ads or something. So we see Huskar Slop 4 is searching desperately for their enemy, while GFA Wintroll is busy with Storm Thunder.
Okay. Yeah, and the overtime is called. I mean, in this position, the Storm Thunder could literally just suicide. Well, no, they can't anymore. Some guys has moved out.
Interesting move from Blue Team.
Yeah, that's indeed an interesting move. But Huskar Slot 4 seems to be unaware of the position of.
They haven't seen some kind of silliness.
No, and they are apart. Wintroll is actually broken. They might get a kill here with the Storm Thunder just being left alone with the Wintroll, and they are just going ham. Holy shit. What will this match bring us in the 2 minutes of overtime we still have left?
It surely stays exciting as Wintroll again
does.
gets broken. But they do have their guns
broken.
on Storm Thunder, so Storm Thunder is definitely not in a good position either.
Where's Spire? They
Yep, that's the big question.
Be really helpful and say they are on the map.
Always have been.
And Huskar Slot 4 is indeed looking for the Spire. They are looking everywhere, but they are not looking in the right position. And Storm Thunder might just get the kill right here.
Wintroll is struggling.
Awfully low.
I mean, they also knew that they needed to hold on with killing Storm Thunder.
They actually got the kill. So, wow.
I mean, Wintroll could have got the kill way earlier, but they needed to wait for their ally to find the other Spire.
Yeah.
So I think,
so
yeah, well, interesting result.
I'm just gonna do some shameless advertising. And with that, SMTS obtains the victory in this match with an end score of 5-2 in their favor. And with this final and really interesting match for this stream, this stream is obviously done. Thanks again to Bo, to you, for co-casting and reffing with me.
It was my pleasure.
To all the players and organizers for organizing and playing, obviously. And I see you again next week, from hopefully on Saturday with the Crucible. Remember to sign up. And if not, then on Sunday with SCS, probably being streamed by me again. Anyways, I hope to see you there. So have a nice one, and
Good
bye.
evening, everybody.